Welcome back to Jump Scare. I'm Betty.
And I'm Chad. And today is our special bonus episode where we're going to talk about A Quiet Place 2. We actually went out to the theaters to see this one.
We actually did. We did, and Jim from The Office thanked us personally for coming out to the theater.
And all I could think of was that Saturday Night Live sketch with Vin Diesel. Cinema's back. Movies are back.
The sticky floors. The popcorn.
Yep. At least we didn't have any of that. It was pretty decent at our show, and I've seen some people saying, like, oh, this is why I hated going to the movies. Like, when they're coming back now, they realize, like, oh, yeah, the guy behind me that was on his iPad the whole time. That was why I was annoyed.
Yeah, there were some characters when we saw this film earlier this evening.
Oh, you mean people that were, like, yelling at the screen and screaming things out, that sort of thing?
Crickets. First of all, it was nerve-wracking, and how dare you throw me out like that? Why you put me out like that? That was not me, okay? Ish. I was talking more of every second that there was nothing going on sound-wise. The children who let these children out, first of all? Where were their parents? They literally went out of their way to drop and stomp on their crinkly ass bags of chips that they bought in and their fucking candy and whatever. It was very annoying. It was like not The Quiet Place. It was a noisy place.
Yeah, it was a little noisy in there, but I wonder, we wouldn't even have noticed it if there'd been normal soundtrack noises going on.
They did that shit on fucking purpose because they waited till there was no sound. It was like I was literally waiting for it while you were watching the movie, and my ear was like going like, and I have to be very aware of everything that's going on because I just don't trust humans. So I don't care what you look like, where you came from. You're a human. You have blood in you. Distrust. The movie. This is a spoiler-free. Wait, spoiler-free?
Yeah, spoiler-free. We'll try and keep it as spoiler-free as humanly possible.
Yes, as humanly possible. Spoiler alert: there are some non-humans in the film. I don't know if you saw the first movie.
Yes.
The Quiet Place. Hello. This film, as you saw in the trailer, you have John Krasinski in the film. He's at the beginning kind of in I wouldn't say a flashback, kind of like in a prequel kind of.
Yeah, they're just showing you some stuff you didn't get to see in the first one. I don't think they had the money to do some of this stuff in the first one, and now they've got the money to do it, so it's like, okay, now we can go back and show you, this will be a mild spoiler for it. You get to see day one of the aliens arriving.
I heard there were some people that disliked the film. That didn't really hurt the film. All you people that disliked the film made its money over the weekend. I mean, it did pretty good opening, which it's like nowadays, And this film is one of those ones that were supposed to come out pre-COVID, but because of COVID, they had to push it back. Which I think was a smart decision because this is one of the films that should be seen in the theater. I would have not have liked to watch like for the first time, in our little whatever 40-inch TV. Yeah. We have a regular normal size TV. Because the how large the monsters are and just the shots and everything. The film is nerve-wracking for me. I have literally no nails left. Like, I bit all of my nails off while I was watching the movie. And yes, there was an occasional, I was so frustrated at some of the characters' decisions.
There were some stupid decisions made in this movie.
But it's not like they're made because they have to be made. Like, that's what, pushes the movie forward. And there's different points there's different things going on at a lot of parts of the film. So you see each character going through their own issues and how they deal with them, whether they put themselves in that predicament or not, and more than likely they did.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the effects are really good in this one because the monsters look amazing. They have a lot of weight to them. Sometimes when you see the CGI created things, they don't look like when they're walking across the ground. The grass doesn't quite bend or whatever. You can tell they've just been animated in later.
You're right.
But these things look like they're there. when you see them, you know that, okay, this thing is clawing through. Like, it looks realistic on there, and I really like that.
Cillian Murphy is in the film. He has joined the cast, and I love him. So I was really excited to see him again. Then you have Emily Blunt reprising the role, John Krasinski, and for a little while he's in the film. And then you have the rest of the other characters that are in the movie too. We have some newcomers that do come into the mix. The story was pretty solid. I feel they, it's gut-wrenching. I mean, it's, there's been so many films that come out where something is happening to, on Earth, and it's affecting us humans via some kind of alien or alienic, whatever happening. And it's like, oh, this again. But I didn't feel that way with this film, or the first one. I love them both. I think it's really clever, the whole, the daughter's death, and that's why there's moments where there isn't any sound, but then at the same time, what makes the monsters react is sound. So, I mean, the play on that and how they do that, I thought it was terrific.
Yeah, and it's just interesting to see where they take a whole different, like, most of the aliens that you see in movies, they just come down, they're just, the little gray, big-eyed guys, or some variation on that. These are very strange looking. Like, they have a different physiology, they move weird, they kind of crawl like bugs, but not really. They're vaguely human-shaped, they have the weird, like, shield things on their head that protect them and all that. They're just a very interesting creature.
Yeah, they are very interesting. They're kind of... There was a creature that had their mouth open up like that. Not the Demogorgon from the Stranger Things. There was another creature before Stranger Things that kind of had like that mold, like a face opening.
Yeah.
Kind of like looking like a flower, which I do like. The monsters look great in the film. The aliens look great in this film. And they're just savage. I mean, this is one of those films where I don't need a back history. I don't need to know what world they came from, what their purpose is. I don't care about any of that.
They're just here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, they're here to do what they do, and maybe they're one of those that just like overruns worlds and, hop from place to place, or maybe they got here by accident. I don't care. All I care about is this baby in a box. Okay, with a little baby respirator, like the little mask that I'm freaking out about. Like, if you are a parent, you're going to immediately already be invested. Okay, like you saw the first film. Now there's the character development doesn't need to be that strong. You already have connections with the main characters. Now there's other people coming into play. And there is character development there, but it all ties in. It doesn't take away from the story, and it's one of those things like you're watching the film and I'm just so fucking invested and I'm freaking out. Like, this is my best friend. Like, I'm like, run! Like, what are you doing? Like, freaking out. And,
Yeah, it's very tense.
It is so tense. I mean, I almost fell off my seat. And, the mistakes that are made, the majority of the characters, if you really think about it, it's more, I wasn't going to say it's more kids, but it's like 3 kids, you know, and then like 3 adults, really, ish.
Well, but 2 kids and a baby. You can't blame the baby for anything. He's just laying there being a baby.
No, I wasn't blaming the baby. I was blaming the mom for, getting the groove on while I understand, okay? COVID time. Come on, y'all. A lot of people out there got pregnant during COVID. There was nothing else to do but watch Netflix and have sex. I get it. But
maybe when the aliens are invading that can hear sounds and come and kill you immediately, don't start having sex.
No, I mean, get a condom, a plastic bag, something. I don't know. Try to make an effort of not having a fucking kid. You can still not procreate. You can still have sex. Don't procreate because you cannot control a baby. These are aliens that go off on sound. Babies make a fuck ton of noise. Okay, and then putting them in the little quiet box, that's like the side, there's going to be like a little side animation, the quiet box, where it's just the baby's point of view.
just looking at the wooden shelf all the time, just looking at the lid of the box, and like, what the fuck?
It's, oh my goodness. Yeah, I was literally yelling at Emily Blunt the whole time. Why you got pregnant? What did you do this for? That was a stupid decision. You know, I was so mad.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's going to be pretty obvious they're probably going to do a third one of this. I mean, I know just like the last one, they were like, "No, we're not going to do another one." They're going to do another one. This one's made enough money already. They're going to throw a dump truck full of money at John Krasinski and be like, "Do another one."
John Krasinski wrote this one. Beck and Woods were, you know, they just created the characters of the first movie. They're not associated with this one. That's fine. I think John did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone was on par. The kids are not there's a lot of people that watch films that have kids in it and they're fucking mad annoyed with the kids.
Because the kids are not very good actors sometimes.
Yeah. These kids, fantastic. Like, even the baby. Get an Academy Award to the baby. Like, the baby's in the fucking box. Like, boom.
He gets the Baby in the Box Award 2021.
Baby in the Box Award, yes. Oh, the baby's so cute. You know, the beginning of the film, I couldn't help but think, like, what would I do in that situation? Oh my God, what would I do? I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, I hope this never happens. Like,
I'd say the odds are pretty slim.
They already can't. First of all, no, are the odds slim? This is the crazy times we live in. Government comes out, yeah, aliens are real. No one is phased. Everyone has been so freaking bombarded with aliens for like the last 50 years, so we're desensitized that finally there's like, oh yeah, they're real the whole time. That's fine, they're real. No one is freaking out. No one is whatever. Everyone is just like whatever. They could come down at any fucking time. And it could be, I'm not going to be like the stupid ass lady at Independence Day holding the fucking sign up in the damn height, in the fucking tower. Like, let's be friends. Come with me. No, that's not me. I'm like underground, Alcatraz with a fucking spoon. I'm like digging a fucking tunnel. That's me. I'm getting away. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not trying to fucking give any flowers out. None of that. I don't want to become friends. No. Okay. Even if this is what's that other movie with Amy Adams situation where they're fucking save the future or whatever by giving
Arrival.
Yeah. No. I'm not trying to make friends. Nothing. Zilch. I'm running away. And I could not help but have that thought at the beginning of this film. Like, I would not last. Especially Shad wouldn't last. I said Shad, you wouldn't last because there's everyone mostly is barefoot in this film.
Okay, I'm going to cut in here. Why the fuck are they all barefoot? Cillian Murphy is wearing shoes through the whole movie. He does not make any more noise than the rest of these people. They're like, let's just take our shoes off and walk quietly barefoot. Everybody's feet are bloody and got chunks coming out of them. How are you going to be good, first of all, when you die from the horrible infection in your feet? Secondly, when you're walking around, you're stepping on broken glass and pedaling the whole time. No, just put some goddamn shoes on. You don't have to wear combat boots, but I'm guessing a pair of, I don't know, let's see, there's some shoe that's known to be quiet, like a sneaker. Maybe that's why they call it a sneaker.
Because they sneak?
Yes. I'm done with my rant now.
I don't know what Cillian Murphy, maybe he was wearing some Clarks, okay? I don't know what kind of shoe he was wearing. It was definitely not Skechers. I don't know what kind of shoes they were. He was wearing shoes. I did ask myself, how come when he walks, he doesn't make that much noise? But I feel like if any of these kids were... Now, there were kids. So kids are kids. And...
Well, man up, the aliens are here. Your childhood's over.
That's exactly what I said to one of the characters. I was like, man up, the kid is like 11. And I was like, you need to zoom it up to be a 20-year-old man at this point.
Yeah, it's time. You're done. Your childhood's over. The aliens are here. They're fucking everybody up and eating them. You're done. Your childhood's over.
I give the film 3.5 knives.
Yeah, I'll do that too. It's a pretty great film. I recommend go out and see it in theaters if you can.
Yeah, I definitely recommend sitting in the theaters. It'll probably be in the theater for like the next week, and then the Blu-ray will be out in like 2 weeks.
No, it's one of those ones. I think it's like 45 days before it comes to streaming or whatever. They're trying to give at least like a month and a half before it goes out anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good amount of time, I guess. I mean, things are just so fast. I mean, even before COVID, it was just like from the moment that it gets released to the moment. It's not like back in the day where it'd be.
Oh, I remember Batman was the first one when I was a kid. It was like it came out in June in the theaters and it was on video in October, and people lost their mind. They were like, "This has never happened before."
That's intense.
Because usually it took at least a year. Excuse me.
That's a really long. Yeah, a year. That's not even.
Yeah, it's 90 days now.
That is not even a thing. Were there any interesting? There was the theater we went to go see this film. There was some, the trailers. I know each theater has different trailer. There was Top Gun Maverick, where we were cracking up the whole time. I don't think there was another horror film.
No,
they were just mostly action. They have that one with the that's based on the Snake Eyes.
From G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, and I don't even remember what the hell the other trailer was.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh, how could I forget? Fast and the Furious go to space.
Yeah, they're going to space this time. There's no way they're not.
Yeah, they're totally going to space. That's it. It was just all action films. I wish they slipped one horror movie in there.
Yeah, it'd been nice.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else is coming out for a while, but hopefully this lays the groundwork. Even if you don't like this movie, like the fact that it made a lot of money, so they'll get more horror movies made. The more of them that come out that make big money, the more we get. So I'm all for it.
That's true. I rewatched Freaky. Love it even more than I did when I first watched it. Yep. And we did cover that film. Yep. So if you want to go back and you haven't seen it, or you have seen it and you just want to hear a commentary, we also have that in our catalog as well. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this little appetizer of an episode, a non-spoiler or spoiler-free, I should say, episode of The Quiet Place 2. Stay tuned to the horror.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.